Okay, so here we are in the homework for geometry. This is chapter 7, number 75. We're asked to identify if each pair of triangles are congruent or not. Okay, so let's look at this first pair. We got one pair of sides that match up. We have a second pair of sides that match up, and we have a third pair of sides that is shared between both of them. So this looks like a textbook example of side, side, side congruency. Over here, we have one pair of sides that match up, the 5 and the 5. We have a second pair of sides that match up, the 4 and the 4. We don't know anything about the third side, so it can't be side, side, side. We can also tell that one angle here is the same because it's vertical. However, just because we have two sides and an angle does not mean that they are going to be congruent. The angle has to be in between the congruent pairs of sides in both triangles. This triangle on the right fits that criteria. There's two sides, the angle in between. Over here in triangle on the left, however, the angle is not in between those two sides that match up. So, I would say that as far as we know, right now, that those two triangles are not congruent. Okay, let's see this one. We have an angle that matches up. We have another angle that matches up. So this looks like an angle, so we would just need a side to match up and we're good to go. So let's see if we can get a side to match up. The overhanging part here is 3, which is the same as the overhanging part here, which is 3. And the part that is shared has to be the same because it's a shared side, reflexive property. So this portion plus 3 for the triangle on the bottom is the same as the same portion plus 3 for the triangle on top. So I'd say this is an example of an angle side angle congruency. And let's check out this one. Let's see. This angle is 90. The supplement next to it also has to be 90, right? It's not drawn like it, it doesn't look like it, but it has to be that way because if these two angles form a linear pair and one of them is 90 degrees, the other one has to be 90 degrees. This side is also shared. So we have a right triangle on the left, we have a right triangle on the right. This leg is the same for each triangle, and the hypotenuse is the same for each triangle. So if you have a right triangle and both the hypotenuses are the same and one of the legs are the same, then by Pythagorean theorem, the other leg also has to be the same, right? There's only going to be one solution for that Pythagorean theorem if the same number is in for the hypotenuse and the one leg. So these two triangles are congruent. This is what we refer to as the hypotenuse leg congruency, but we would probably look at this picture and recognize it as, you know, a side, side, side congruency because all three sides of one right triangle are the same as all three sides of the other right triangle. This is kind of a shortcut method to get the side, side, side for right triangles. If you have any questions about why any of those pairs of triangles are congruent or why they're not congruent, feel free to leave a question or comment. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to like, subscribe, or share to our geometry videos.